Here we're given some two sides of a triangle and one angle, and we're asked to find the side opposite the given angle. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and sketch this. Doesn't really matter where you label your angles, we just have to make sure that the angles and the sides are opposite each other. So if this is A, this has got to be little a. If this is B, then this has got to be little b. And if this is C, then this has got to be little c. So we'll just label what we have. We know little a is equal to 5, so this length is 5. C is equal to 8, so this guy is equal to 8. And B is equal to 31 degrees. So we know that guy there. Well, this appears to be an side angle side. So we'll call this a side angle side, and this tells us that, hey, we should go ahead and use law of cosines. This is a problem that law of cosines can handle. So the question is, well, what are we trying to solve for? Well, we want to know what little b is. So the form of the equation that we'll use is the one that has b squared on the left-hand side. That's equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine of capital B. And now we plug in what we know. So we're going to solve for little b. We know that a is 5, so we have 5 squared plus c is 8, so c squared minus 2 times 5 times 8. Cosine of b, which is 31 degrees. And so we'll just kind of clean up the right side a little bit. So we have 25 plus 64. So this guy here, 25 plus 64 is 84, 89. And so now we have minus 2 times 5 is 10, times 8 is 80. So we have minus 80 cosine 31 degrees. And we will take the square root so that we can just do this in one solid punch on our calculator. So square root of 89 minus 80 cosine 31 degrees. We want to make sure that we're in degree mode. So I'm always going to check my mode just to make sure. And actually, excuse me, it doesn't matter in this case since we're not solving for an angle, we're solving for a side, but just a good practice to get into. Good habit. So square root of 89 minus 80 cosine of 31, close parenthesis, close the square root, and we have that this is approximately 4.5, which you know, looks like the rounding is to the nearest whole number, so that would be approximately 5. So we'd say B is approximately 5 if we were to round to the nearest whole number. And that's all we're asked to do.